Okay, that's cool. Thank you, Wayne. You all know Wayne, and you know how excited he gets about a topic. He talks. So just cut what he said in half. We'll be all set. But thank you for that incredibly generous contribution. So I'm a little rattled. It took me an hour and 20 minutes to get from center of Arlington to this facility. And in the middle of it, I was thinking, this is kind of like finding a primary care. Right? There is a barrier at every street. And so I just thought it was kind of apt because of where I was going. We press on. I got here, and that means that we're going to start moving ahead in primary care. So I want to thank you all for being here today. I want to thank you all for engaging in this incredibly important endeavor together. The more of you, the more voice you have, and the more singular that voice is, the easier it becomes for me. Because I have this powerful set of people behind me that's pushing the Commonwealth and pushing the United States to do something that it should take 5 minutes to do, right? You are not responsible anymore for coming into places and explaining to people why we need primary care. Now is the time for you to come in and say, guess what? If all of us didn't show up for 2 weeks, just closed our offices, what do you think would happen? And multiply that, triple it, quadruple it, because that's what's going to happen because we don't have primary care physicians who can do their jobs. And that's really what's at stake here. And so I get to do this work, but what really drives me is what you're doing in your practices with your patients, right? Because that's what grounds us in what needs to be done. And that is why you really have to grow your ranks. And if you think about the really good lobbyists and the people that have the most power, it's like pharma, insurance companies, PBMs, because they hold a lot of money, right? And their money gets them power. Well, you actually have that power as well. You actually drive their systems, right? I love when people say to me, oh, primary care, it's a loss leader. That is such bullshit. You fill all of their hospital beds. You send all those, you take care of all their specialists. You do that. You have enormous power. And I think it's just time to learn from the big guys and figure out how that power gets translated into taking care of people. Because we've really lost that. We don't take care of people anymore. We take care of corporations, take care of stockholders. We don't take care of people. And the people who do that, the folks in this room who take care of people, your voice gets lost. So what I need you all to do is to ramp it up. Because that is, we listen. That's what we listen to. And I can't tell you how many people call me and say, can you help me find a primary care provider? And often they're my colleagues. And often what I want to say is you lie in the bed you made. So if we want to get more people into primary care, if we want to make sure that we can, that we sustain primary care, if we're going to put our money where our mouth is, that primary care is the solution to rising healthcare costs, then we need to do something about it. We don't need more, we absolutely don't need any more research, we don't need any more explanations of what you do. What we need is your voice and your power. And so I'm so happy that this organization is alive. I know you're going to build, because I know there's so many people out there that want to do the work that you're doing. I never ever hear from people that they don't want to do primary care. What I hear is, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. So the state has put in over $220 million just to feed the primary care pipeline and loan forgiveness. We need to keep doing that, right? We need to make it so that you don't have to be spending $300,000 in debt for you to do a job that we desperately need you to do, right? We need to get the whole system aligned to value-based. Because if we just throw you out there and say, here, you all primary care, you do value-based, but everyone else gets to do fee-for-service, and everyone else gets to set their rates, and everyone else gets to decide who comes through their doors, it's not going to work. So we're going to start with you in the Commonwealth, but let me tell you, you need to be there banging down those walls, saying, take care of primary care and make the whole system value-based. Don't leave it to us, right? If we're going to be if we're going to require you to do integration with behavioral health and you know, minor procedures, then you need to say to us, this is what that means. And we need to make sure that you have, in that value-based system, that you have enough money to take care of the people that you need to take care of. And it's not about getting rich. I'm not working to get you all rich. I'm getting you all to stay in Massachusetts and to stay in the system. So that's I was asked to talk about what you can do. That's what you can do. Stand behind all of us who are really, really trying to make your lives sane so that our constituents, our families, the people we love, our friends can get the care they need. It's going to come from you. So thank you so much for this award. There's many, many people who work on this. I am humbled and actually very honored and proud to be able to do this work. So thank you.